Hey there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I am so grateful you are here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back to view another one of my weeklies. And to my subscribers, I cannot thank you enough for your love, your loyalty, and support. I am truly, truly grateful for each and every one of you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out the description box below for information on that, or you could hop on over to capellawellness.com. I also want to announce that I'm holding a Zoom group session on January 16th, 23rd, and 30th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 10 people per session. This is to help those navigate the challenging energies that are coming to us in 2022. All right, especially with the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces that is coming in April of this year. These sessions are to help empower us. I will give mini readings to everyone who's in the session with regards to specifics as to how you are going to best navigate these energies in 2022. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll also have a Q&A session. We'll have a healing meditation at the end. And I will reveal a surprise to those who attend. If you would like to find out more information about that, you can find that out in the description box below. I wish you all a very happy new year, all the best in 2022, and a wonderfully blessed week. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading. How are you? I hope you're doing fantastic and your week is going well. If it's not, this too shall pass, all right? Cancer, I also wish you much love and many, many blessings for this week whenever you reach this. What we're going to do here is we're going to see what your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. Stick around to the end so you can see what is coming to you with regards to love, what other guidance Spirit has for you, and we are going to see what Mercury Retrograde is teaching you. Mercury goes retrograde tomorrow, January 14th. I am recording this on January 13th, 2022. Let's see what your overall theme is, Cancer, for this week. And remember what I say this week, if you haven't heard me say this before, time is fluid. Energy is always changing. These readings really are timeless. I only say this week because, and I put the thumbnail dates on there just to help me organize and revert back to certain readings. But either way, everyone's on different timelines. And just know that this may have already happened. This may be happening now. Or this is going to happen further down in the future. All right? So we have earth and ground here, Cancer. Spirit is encouraging you at this time to be more connected to Mother Gaia. There may be something where maybe your emotions are running high, kind of like the Ten of Cups in the reverse, or something here with your emotions. Maybe there's drama surrounding you. I'm seeing water energy, like water cards in the reverse here. There could even be some sort of stress and anxiety. Nine of Swords, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords type of thing. And Spirit is really calling you to just relax and calm yourself. And the best way to do this, Cancer, is to ground your energy. Some of you are going to have to listen to root chakra healing, solfeggio frequencies in your sleep to help you with this. Go out into nature. Put your feet literally on the ground if you can, or just take a walk amongst nature and kind of be in silence. Some of you are really going to have to spend a lot more time doing that. Meditate more, get to center. I'm seeing Four of Swords with this, being at peace with yourself with the Temperance card, just going with the ebb and flow of life and just allowing yourself to feel tranquil and calm at this time. I'm hearing something about finding solace. So it's really time for you to get more connected to your roots, more connected to Mother Gaia to help you to combat these energies that are causing you to feel scatterbrained, causing you to feel stressful, again, anxious, uncertain. Maybe there's fears about something surrounding you. Okay. So try not to let your emotions get the best of you with this Cancer. Okay. Yeah, I keep seeing that for a lot of you, doing a lot of meditating and being out in nature is really going to help you at this time. All right. There could be a lot of things going on in your life, and you're like, I cannot do it all, or I can't, there's too much, and I'm overextending myself. Remember, prioritize your life's activities, Cancer, if this is what's going on. And don't put yourself in the back burner. And I know if you've watched my other videos for you, Cancer, that tends to happen. And we know with Cancer, you guys are very motherly, very nurturing. You care for so many people, and it's one of the most beautiful things about you. But I do know, because I have Venus in Cancer, I had to be careful with trying to be too motherly and too nurturing, trying to take care of everyone. And because I also have strong Virgo in my chart, Virgo is about being of service, taking care of others, right? I did way too much of that. I had to get into this, and I had to tell myself, you know what? It's okay to say no. It's okay to cancel things. It's okay to reschedule things. It's okay to tell people, you know what? I need a break. I really can't overextend myself. I really can't commit to this right now. You know, and explain, you know, that you have to take care of yourself. If people cannot honor that about you, if they don't respect that about you, Cancer, then maybe those people shouldn't be in your life because they're affecting your vibration. All right. So, you know, when you're all out of whack and things are going this, like, there's craziness surrounding you right now, Cancer. And remember, this is for some of you, not for all of you. It's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else, but keep your unhealthy ego in check and be honest with yourself, right? This is about spiritual growth. So you can be in alignment with your higher self so that you can attract what God has in store for you. Don't take on too much. You don't have to do everything, Cancer, and you know you don't. You're not going to look bad. People are going to make you think, people aren't going to think that, you know, either there's somebody here about like being a mom where you have to do everything and you have to take care of everything. And it's kind of like, no, I'll do this for you. I'll do that for you. I'll do that for you. Some of you are going to have to really be honest with yourself and ask yourselves, why are you overextending yourself like that? You're fearful about something. Or maybe you need to take control because you're afraid that somebody's not going to do something right. But think about it, Cancer. If you are causing yourself some harm here, especially if you are ill, I'm seeing Five of Pentacles. Some of you may be so overworked and so stressed out. You're not sleeping right. You're not eating right. There's no self-care routines. You're just like, I'm spent. It's like 10 of Swords. If you can't take care of yourself, Cancer, you can't really take good care of others. And we have to allow other people to kind of take care of themselves. And yes, there could be small children here, children in general. But it's like with me and my son. I taught him how to do things, and we work as a team together. And I don't feel guilty if I'm not doing everything for my son. And I'm a full-time single mom. And we talk about this, and he understands because he knows before, when he was much smaller, when I was married to his dad, I did way too much. And he saw this as a child. He was like, Mom, you know, you got to take breaks. He even does this now. When he sees, you know what, Mom, go ahead and take your sea salt bath. Go ahead and relax. I'll be okay. Sometimes he even puts a pizza in the oven for us because he knows I've been busy. Or he'll say, you know what, Mom, I'll go ahead and make my own dinner if you don't want to cook, or I'll make my own breakfast, and he learns to be independent, and I don't feel guilty about it. This is actually teaching him something so that he's not codependent on people or his mom, me, for things, right? So for some of you, it's okay to not have to be there for everyone and do everything for every person. When you get into a more grounded state and you're at peace with yourself, you gain a lot more clarity and insight as to what it is that you need to stop doing and what you need to start doing. Okay? The angels are really surrounding you, and they're really trying to help you with your path at this time. Start really getting more connected to who you are as an individual, Cancer. There's no need to be running around ragged. No time. You have to. There's no need to be stressed out and overworked. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Life is meant to be lived in peace. It is possible. Maybe there's some old habits that you are doing that you're going to have to let go of, that you're going to have to work on. Maybe you may need to take a mini vacation or go to the spa or go out boating and fishing, whatever it is you like to do. Start adding into your schedule more things that you want to do, Cancer. You have the right to do those things for yourself and to take care of yourself. You'll be a lot more strong. You won't feel so weak and overextended and feel ill. You're going to be a lot more focused because maybe you're handling too much and maybe you might be dropping the ball. It's kind of like the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, where there's so many things, you're juggling so many things that you may be disorganized, you're missing things, you're missing details, you're forgetting things. That is a red flag, Cancer. Those are red flags. You got to learn how to make better decisions that are for your highest goods, like the Lover's card. You have a decision here to make with regards to making those healthy choices for yourself, okay? So it's time to start getting into self-care routines, Cancer. And again, really focusing on you and your well-being. Now, there's something with these energies here, because the bottom of the deck is forgiveness and understanding. I have a sense here, Cancer, that this is more about forgiving yourself. Maybe you feel really guilty if you don't do things for people, or if you're not, if you feel guilty taking care of yourself, doing things for yourself. You need to forgive yourself here, Cancer, and understand that you don't have to feel guilty for doing things on your own. Or guilty, oh, I should have done that for so-and-so. I should have done that for so-and-so. I should have taken care of this. I should have been there. I should have been there. I should have whatever this is. And there's some sort of guilt here. It's like Five of Cups energy. Or even Five of Swords. Ask yourself why you feel so guilty for not doing things for others, Cancer. Are people making you feel guilty because you're not there? Have people become way too codependent on you that you give them a little bit of independence and freedom and something goes wrong? There's lessons to be learned here. There's something that's very heavy on your heart right now. And yeah, your emotions are all over the place. It's causing you to feel weighed down, like the Ten of Wands. time for you to ground yourself and release it. Maybe there's bad behavior surrounding you. Something is just not right. And if there's like, people acting in a way that's low vibrational, you don't have to accept it. You just have to let it go. Or maybe this is about somebody here who has been causing a lot of stress in your life, unease, dis-ease, right? Feeling unhealthy. Maybe there's somebody here where there's somebody who's not pulling in their weight. They're not doing enough in the home or at a job. And you're the one who's overworked. And you might be blaming them. Or they did something. Or maybe somebody walked away from a relationship and now you're doing everything. Again, I'm getting a lot of messages all of a sudden. And you can't forgive that person for walking away or for causing you to be in this discombobulated state. But remember, forgiveness is for you, not for the person. It's not condoning what they did, but this heaviness needs to be let go of. And grounding is going to help with this. But realize that you're the one who is allowing yourself to feel this heaviness. And if you're having unforgiving thoughts and feelings, you're the one who has the power to release all of that. Don't let the past affect you. It doesn't dictate your future. Stay in the present moment. You have the ability to overcome whatever this is. But they're calling you to release this. And again, the grounding is going to help with this. And sometimes you have to look at it from a different perspective and see why people have done the things that they have done. People are always going through battles we know nothing about, and unless we have all of the facts, all of them, we have no right to judge or criticize the individual. Yeah, people do some silly things. They don't do things that are high vibrational for anyone's highest good, but there's always an underlying reason. Always. And there's always a silver lining to everything, too, with regards to these situations. Know that you're doing the best that you can with what you have. But know that you have the power to change things. You have the power to create the life that you want as the magician that you are. So there's forgiveness for other people. There's forgiveness for you. Especially if you're doing a lot of things for others or because maybe you're blaming somebody because you got caught up and now I'm left with all this stuff. Let it go. It's not the end of the world. If anything, I see this as an opportunity for you to grow and really evolve and learn from the situation, whatever this is. But it's not just about forgiving other people. It's about forgiving yourself too. Okay? All right, Cancer. Let's see what you need to focus on for this week. These cards are so slippery. It's like, I have to make sure they don't start flying everywhere. All right. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please reveal to us for highest good. What does Cancer need to focus on for this week? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Well, I called it, did I not? 5 of Cups. Here it is. I felt this. All right, Cancer. I talked about the silver lining, right? This is not about focusing on being sad and sorrowful and regretful. All right? Maybe there's depression here for somebody. This is about focusing on the silver lining of this. This is a temporary setback. This could also be Cancer. Things didn't work out the way you had hoped. But remember, everything happens for a reason. And sometimes we won't know what that reason is, but that's okay because God wants us to understand that when things like these happen, it's to get us to see that there is a silver lining to this. There's a gem somewhere here, Cancer, that you're not seeing. You still have 2 cups behind you. Things that are ultimately fulfilling. And if this is love for you, Cancer, it's there. But here's the thing. Crying over spilt milk isn't going to resolve the situation. Getting caught up in the past isn't going to resolve the situation either. Being in this depressive, sad, grieving state, feeling like you've lost everything, feeling like there's no way out of this, those lower vibrational energies are going to block you from attracting what the 2 of Cups talks about, especially if it's about love for you, Cancer. In order to get 2 of Cups, the true love, like have that soulmate energy, a relationship with the soulmate, your light counterpart, your twin flame, you have to be in alignment with the 2 of Cups. You have to be vibrating at the level of agape love, which is unconditional love. That's the highest love of all. Being at that vibration will attract 2 of Cups energy. It will also attract not just that type of love from a romantic standpoint. It's really about attracting people who are like-minded, more high vibrational people. But in order to get the 2 of Cups, you have to understand unconditional love and you have to be that love. You have to be ready to receive and to give it. Cannot be one-sided where you're giving the love all the time and you're not getting it back, right? That's like 6 of Pentacles in the reverse is unequal give and take here. Lack of reciprocity between you and somebody else. That doesn't attract 2 of Cups, okay? There's something better on the other side of that bridge here, Cancer. There's a castle here, or a mansion. Cross over that bridge over troubled water. All right? Crap happens. We make mistakes. Other people make mistakes. Maybe you've done something and you feel pretty guilty about it. You feel pretty bad. Or somebody did something. And some of you can't get past this. But again, look behind you. You have cups of fulfillment behind you. Not all your cups have been spilt. There's other opportunities waiting for you here, Cancer. You just have to turn around and look at those opportunities. They're right behind you. This is happening for a reason, to get you to see that there's something better. There's always something better. There is always a silver lining to things that appear negative or that bring about this sadness, a loss. All right? Staying in this energy is not going to help you. It's going to continue to attract low vibrational things. God's trying to get you to see, Cancer, there's something better here. That's probably why you also have to ground your energies. So much going on. Stress, sadness, sorrow. You're going to have to get to center to help you get out of these energies. The bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. Maybe there's something about loss of a contract, loss of a job. Maybe you've been working really hard at a job and they let you go. Or you've been working so much on something, on a contract or something, and you didn't get the bid or you didn't win the contract. That's for some people here. Or maybe this is just about your finances. You were hoping to get some sort of money to help you with something and it didn't work out. Now, if you got rejected from a job or the contract thing didn't work out, or something with a home even. Maybe you wanted to buy a home and somebody outbid you. And that was the home you wanted. And you were doing all this stuff in preparation for whatever it is, right? Again, with all these energies and stuff, doing all these things to try to get something, and it didn't work out the way you thought. And now you were just distraught about it. Whatever didn't work out here, whether it's the money or buying a home or a contract or a job, might even be pregnancy for somebody here. Maybe somebody's been really trying to get pregnant, doing all these things, and you're still not getting pregnant, and it's really causing a lot of sadness for you. Ask God. I can't give you the why, right? Just pray about it. Right? Pray about it, but forgiveness is really what's going to bring you peace, whether it's for yourself, for the other person, or both. But forgiveness is really more for you, again, Cancer. Whatever this Ace of Pentacles is for you. It's like you wanted this new opportunity to happen, or maybe you've been praying to God about something, and something didn't pan out right. But again, there's a silver lining to this. It could also be with whatever you're saddened about, God is going to bring a miracle to you, a gift out of nowhere. You're like, oh man, this sucks, right? What a disappointment. I thought this was going to go well, or I thought this was going to happen. Remember, the 2 cups are still here. You got to turn around and realize that they're behind you, right? So as I said, if something's not working out right now for you, or you're going through a setback with whatever this is, God has something for you that's going to come out of nowhere. This is a gift from God, and it could very well be money, a windfall of money that comes out of nowhere. It could be that you get a different home, or you get that home or something. There's like there's a miracle here is what I'm feeling. Or if this has to do with pregnancy, all of a sudden you find out that you're pregnant. Or you get a better job, right? There's always something better here. God's like, I know what's going on, Cancer. Don't be saddened about it, because when things don't go right, that tells us that it wasn't for our highest good, because there is always something better that God has for us. And a lot of us can't see that. And I know I went through a lot of that. Rejection. They tell me I get promoted when I was working my 9-to-5 job and I didn't get it. All these things they promised me and it didn't work. relationships not working out. And God said, but wait a minute, Jess, I have this Ace of Pentacles for you. This is a new beginning. This is a fresh new start. This is a golden opportunity. This is like the second chance card. I'm giving you another shot at this, Cancer. So don't be distraught and saddened by whatever this is. All right. What is it that you need to avoid for this week? What does Cancer need to avoid for this week? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you. Whoa, we got 3 cards. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the King of Swords and the 10 of Swords, you see. I felt the 10 of Swords too. It's at the bottom of the deck. The Death card. Scorpio energy. Profound changes, major transitions. Okay. It's like there's going to be something that's really going to be changing drastically for you, Cancer. So Spirit is telling you to not be so saddened about this. Whatever this is. Things are going to be changing. But here's the thing. You're also going to have to change your vibration. If you want your external world to change, you're going to have to do the internal changes first. Right? As I said, you can't stay in this 5 of Cups energy. You have to release the past. What happened in the past was in the past. You learn from it and you grow from that and you move on. This is about moving away from the past, leaving the past behind, kill it off. It's dead. It's done. But you take those gems with you from what you learn from these experiences. There's a new beginning here. This is the phoenix rising from the ashes. There's endings always bring new beginnings. Always. And sometimes it could be a sad thing when, we have to let go of something. It happens. It's part of life. But here's the thing, Cancer. A lot of the time, we have to let go of things in order to gain the new things. We can't be afraid to face our fears. We can't be afraid to make those changes we need to make, knowing that it's for our highest good. We have to face those fears and face those demons and look them right in the face, look death in the face and say, you know what, death? I'm not afraid of you. I am not going to let this overcome me. And I'm going to make the changes necessary to overcome this fear. Now, for somebody here, this might have to do with a literal death. Because we do have 10 of Swords and the Death card and the 5 of Cups. Okay? If this is a literal death, Cancer, my deepest, sincerest condolences. Maybe this has to do with, you didn't make peace with whoever passed away and you can't forgive yourself. Maybe there was an argument or something or altercation and you feel bad now because this person passed and it's like, oh my God. I shouldn't have said what I said, or I shouldn't have done what I did. Or maybe you blame them for something and all of a sudden they passed away. That's for somebody here. Again, forgive yourself. You did the best that you could. Don't beat yourself up. All right? Don't lose stress and don't lose sleep over this. That's for somebody. For others of you, this is about making those internal changes to see your outer world change and leave that past behind. Some of you have a hard time leaving the past behind. You got to kill it off. You got to transition to the new phase of your journey, the new phase of your life here, Cancer. Whatever didn't work out, it's bringing a new beginning for you. You have to release this pain and this suffering. Remember, I said with this combination of 10 of Swords and the 5 of Cups, that has to go. You got to kill that off. Those lower vibrational energies are not going to help you, Cancer. And you're the one who gets to change that. You have control of how you respond to things. You have control over what you attract in your life. You're responsible for your well-being. It's time to end this suffering, Cancer. It's time to release this pain. You're like, what else can go wrong? Can anything get any worse? And apparently it has. It's a very painful situation here for you, Cancer. And it's causing a lot for you. This is overkill. You probably overextended yourself too much. You did way too much. And it's like you're spent, like I said, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. Dead in the water. Can't get up. It's like, I can't deal with all of these things that have happened. What am I going to do now? You feel like, again, there's no way out, but there's always a way out, Cancer. And again, with the grounding, you're going to have to get to center and find your peace. It's going to be up to you. If you continue to be in this pain and suffering, Cancer, that's on you. You have the power to change that. That's what also needs to be killed off. All of these things that have culminated up till now, Cancer, were to get you to learn a lot of lessons with whatever this is pertaining to. There's also something here about somebody said something very harsh, or somebody was very blunt or cold-hearted. Maybe somebody who's been very rigid with you, very cold-hearted with you, detached, very unemotional. Maybe an air sign, you know. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius was the one who passed away. And like I said, maybe things were spoken here that were not out of love. Harsh words were exchanged. There was like no love there, no emotion is what I'm hearing. That's for somebody here. Okay. This could also be about, now they're telling me, a divorce. Divorce. This is a divorced individual. This does talk about divorce. This is a legal matter. This is marriage. There's some family discord. There's a broken marriage here. Somebody saddened that you thought maybe that this was the love of your life, and now this connection has been torn apart. Or somebody, you need to divorce somebody, or somebody's asked you for a divorce. There's a lot of messages coming in. Remember, take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else. And this is taking a big toll on you, right? And now with this death card, it's kind of like it's the end. It's over. It's done. Maybe somebody told you that. And said, I'm not doing this anymore, Cancer. I want a divorce. It's done. It's over. I'm moving on. Again, with these types of situations, don't try to control it. Because believe it or not, Cancer, this is happening for a reason. God wants something better for you. Okay? And I did talk about here, there's somebody who wasn't pulling their weight, you know, in the home. This is a home card. So if there was somebody who was not doing their part, and maybe you're the one who's asking for the divorce, then, you know, you might be feeling regretful about it or something like that. Or maybe you have a hard time recovering from a divorce, And now your life is like all busy and stuff because you're the one who's caring for the kids. I don't know. Is there somebody here? Remember, you can ask for help. You don't have to do everything. You still can take care of yourself and your kid or your kids. It's the same thing that I've been doing, like I talked about before. And I used to have joint custody with my husband, ex-husband, until he decided to move out of state. And I'm going to be very vulnerable with you here. It came out of nowhere. He kind of dabbled with it, and then he made that last minute decision to move quite a few states away. And now I'm taking care of everything. But, you know, I don't have any resentment. I had to change up a couple of things, but again, I had already raised my son to be a little bit independent and to kind of work as a team with me, and he understands. So whatever this is, something's going on in the family, all right? There's an imbalance here, especially with regards to, you know, home life. You got to find that balance, Cancer. And for those, when I was talking about a home, something went wrong with the contract for a house. Or like I said, you didn't get the house. It's like somebody's been hitting rock bottom, or you feel like a failure. It's like some of you, things aren't, it seems like nothing is going right in your life right now, Cancer. But again, you have the ability to change that. You're not a failure. You're only a failure if you stay down. You got to get back up, Cancer. You have more power than you realize. It's a lot of power here. Be strong. You are this powerful individual to overcome all of this stuff, whatever this is for you. You have to stay focused on what is important to you. And you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to communicate with honesty and integrity to others. And say, enough is enough, or start saying no and saying, you know what? I need to take care of me. I need to not be woe is me all the time and be in this saddened state and think that nothing's going to change. But nothing will change, Cancer, until you make those changes. And if you're unsure about how to make those changes, you have to get to center and you have to ground yourself. Meditate and ground yourself. You will gain a lot more clarity into how to deal with this situation. This might even deal with a counterpart, right? Because we do have the so-called twin flame card, the 1111 card. And maybe your person is just like totally emotionally detached. Maybe your person is dealing with a lot of stuff. Bankruptcy, maybe they're going through a divorce. All right? Maybe they're ending their marriage. And maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's why they cannot commit to you. Maybe that's why union isn't happening when you're thinking unions are happening, because maybe your person is undergoing this right here. They're going through their own battles, their own hardships. Maybe they're having an issue with the love thing and they feel so detached because they were burned in a divorce. It can go so many ways here, Cancer. So many ways. All right? I get a lot of messages when I do these things, if you don't already know. Again, take what resonates. Leave what doesn't for somebody else. Let's see why the Five of Cups is here. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. Why is the Five of Cups here? please and thank you. Spirit guides and angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians. Why is the Five of Cups here? Oh, we got a Tower. Okay, guys. Yep. I can see why there's discombobulation and stuff, energy scattered all over the place, because you guys went through a Tower moment. This is also divorce. So, yeah, some of you... Holy moly. These are all divorce cards. And this card in this position, that's divorce too. It's kind of like the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, Cancer. Look, you've already heard part of my story. I was the one who filed. And it wasn't easy, but it was the best thing I could have ever done. And you know what that did for me? It was a new beginning for me, like the Ace of Pentacles. A fresh new start. I was able to start all over again. And the crazy thing was I met my divine counterpart after that happened. Who would have thought, right? God was waiting for me to make that move and said, Jess, there's something better for you. Oh, there was. Even though with the light counterpart twin flame journey, it's been challenging, but it was the most glorious, gratifying, inspirational journey I could have ever experienced, because I would not be in my power to this day, standing as the Empress. I would not be doing what I'm doing right now to help you, to help the collective, if it weren't for my divorce from my husband and my journey with my divine counterpart. You see the blessings in disguise here? There's always a silver lining to everything. So some of you, there is a divorce, and it came out of nowhere. Or maybe this hasn't happened yet, because what's happening is with the astrological transits, Mercury goes into retrograde tomorrow. Mercury's also going to square Uranus. Uranus causes these energies, sudden upheavals, chaos. What just happened? God is knocking us out of this path so that he can get us onto the path we're meant to be on. So again, don't get caught up in the sadness with whatever you are losing, because you are going to gain something better out of this. There is always a silver lining to everything that happens with the Tower. What comes after the Tower? The Star card. All right. Now, again, if this hasn't happened yet, do not freak out, please. Maybe some of you know this is coming. Trust your intuition, okay? I'm already telling you, if this hasn't been happening yet, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. The silver lining is going to be where you're going to have a better life. You're not going to be having to do everything all the time anymore. You're going to learn how to stand in your power, learn how to say no, learn how to walk away when it is for your highest good. There's a lot of benefits out of this Tower, okay? God wants you to get out of this Five of Cups energy. Either he will do it for you, or you're going to be the one to actually work on that. Because this is divine intervention. But again, towers are good towers. It could feel like it's something negative, Cancer, but that's how we perceive it. God oversees everything. He knows what is best for us. And sometimes when we are unable to get out of certain situations that are not for our highest good, God does it for us. Yeah, something shocking happened. And for some of you, it's a divorce. All right. We have Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yep. Probably thinking that you were trying to build something masterful, or you thought you were in alignment with somebody, or you were creating something with somebody. Or this could even be where there's lack of teamwork even. in this connection or whatever it is this is. Could even be with jobs, okay? Because this is the work card. Again, I said some of you, you lost a job. Okay? If it's not a divorce, you lost a job. There's some sort of boss here with the King of Swords. Maybe your boss is in air signs and masculine energy. It doesn't have to be. Maybe there's something about, again, with the contracts or something. You didn't get a contract and somebody, you wanted to collaborate with someone and it didn't work out. Or maybe you had a job with publishing or being a journalist or a writer and, you know, something didn't pan out. Again, I'm getting a lot of messages here. So there's something here where there's lack of teamwork. There's no collaboration. There's no synergy between the two of you. And I talked about that before, right? Somebody wasn't pulling their weight. Somebody wasn't working as a team is what I'm getting. And you were kind of hoping for that, but that wasn't what was happening. And now God's coming in to wipe this out. Because God knows. He sees what you've been doing, Cancer. It's time for things to change. King of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. There may be somebody here with an actual death. Maybe somebody was working too much. And maybe they were warned. A doctor or something like that. Or something happened with work. And they died as a result of it. Or they died on the job. Okay? I'm getting a lot of message, guys, so bear with me. That could be for somebody here. But let's see why the King of Swords and the Ten of Swords and the Four of Wands are here in the avoid position. Well, wow. We have the Ace of Pentacles again. We're looking at it again. The Knight of Swords. Okay. The Eight of Wands and the Fool card. Interesting. All right. Cancer. With the World card at the bottom of the deck. I'm getting another message now all of a sudden. My gosh, Spirit. This always happens. All right. There's a delay here. Things are being stagnant. It's like some of you may be afraid to either go through with this divorce or whatever this is. God's trying to end something for you. And some of you are trying to delay the inevitable. Some of you are stalling when you know what it is you need to do, especially if you're the one who wants to file for the divorce. If this is a divorce for you, okay? Remember, take what resonates. Leave what doesn't for somebody else. If you are not married, then this message isn't for you. This part of the reading isn't for you, I should say. Yeah, there's a delay here. You got to break this cycle. You got to break this cycle, whatever this is, Cancer. Again, there's something better for you here. This is about being disappointed. Something is trying to complete and it's not completing. Whatever this is has to end. And some of you are trying to avoid that end. But again, the World card is the end of the major arcana. And after that comes the Fool card. And you have the Fool right here. I said this ending is bringing a new beginning. Close the book to this story and start living your life anew. This is a brand new path for you, Cancer. Don't lose faith here. Some of you are really losing faith. You're holding back. You can't hold back. Don't be foolish knowing that you need to do something that is for your highest good. And don't feel guilty about it. Again, with the forgiveness, it's really going to bring a lot of peace to you guys, okay? You got to take that leap of faith. You can't be afraid of embarking on that new path, especially if you're going to be living a path independently. As a divorced person, this is divorce for you, or something about, a job. Again, whatever you're losing, you're gaining something better. We have endings and new beginnings here, and these are major arcana, right? You have to have that faith that everything is going to turn out well. Don't listen to what other people are telling you. You do you, Cancer. You know what is best for you. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something with, or maybe even the loss of a home, or you're going to lose the home, or you're afraid of losing the home in a divorce, or you're afraid of losing your home because you lost your job, or somebody, if they passed away, something with the house. I don't know. There's something here with the home. All right. This could even be where either somebody's being greedy or someone has to be careful with being too greedy, especially with regards to a contract or, the value of the home, with the selling the home, the buying the home, whatever this is. Just really review the details here. Okay? Look at things more closely. This is an unstable situation. And again, in order for this to be stable again, you have to do some grounding. There's a lot of messages coming in with this. Don't get greedy with the contract. Don't get greedy with something about the home, selling, buying. Don't worry about losing your home. If it has to do with losing the job or getting divorced. Make sure that you understand that God is presenting something to you here that is better. But proceed with caution with whatever this is. Review things, make revisions, pay attention to the details, and then move forward. You probably have to go within to get more clarity on this. Knight of Swords. This is the fastest energy in all of tarot. This is a very impulsive, reckless individual. Maybe you're dealing with somebody reckless, and we did channel an air sign, so this is more air right here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. Slow down, Cancer. You don't have to make brash decisions here. Again, be careful. This earth energy here is important. That's why with the earth and ground, just get to center. Just don't freak out. Pay attention to the details. Make some revisions, as I said. Slow down. Do not be so impulsive in trying to rush this. Remember I talked about being foolish? Be careful with that energy, because whatever decision you're trying to make or whatever's going on, it could backfire, okay? Or it will be a much more difficult thing for you to handle or to deal with. So you got to stay laser focused on the task at hand. You can't give in to fear, and you have to have this go-getter attitude, be like, I can do this. But be careful with rushing into things. This could even be your person where you're dealing with a very controlling, ruthless, authoritarian, reckless individual. If that's the case, Cancer, you know what it is you need to do. There's a lot of fast energy here. This is also unexpected. Full is Aquarius, ruled by Uranus. I talked about the Mars-Uranus square causing a lot of crazy stuff. And the air sign, Mercury, right? This is probably causing all of this. Unexpected things happening. Might even involve travel somehow. Or somebody you have to move. Move out of the house. right? God will help you figure whatever this is out. We'll help you figure out whatever this is, Cancer. But again, be careful. Don't rush into things. Fools rush in. Don't rush. This is fast energy. This is a lot of activity going on here. There's been delays. There's delays with the world card, okay? You know, again, don't rush into these things. Maybe you receive communication. Maybe you're the one who received communication about this divorce, or you're the one who's going to be telling this person you want to get divorced or something, that you want to move, something like that. You know, again, proceed with caution, pay attention to the details, and just take your time with whatever this is. You also really need, again, to communicate your truth with honesty and integrity here. Or you might have received unexpected communication from this person. And it can make sense. It was just out of nowhere. Sudden, unexpected changes, drastic life changes. It caused this total upheaval out of nowhere. Where did it come from? Totally out of the blue. That's all of this energy here. You're like, what is going on? It's kind of like your world has been turned upside down in a sense here, Cancer. But remember, you got to get to this energy and you have to just really think about this. Don't freak out. Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. This is a turn of events for you, but it's because God is bringing you a new beginning. There's a second chance at something. All right? Gosh, I don't know why there's so many messages coming out with that, but there are. Let's see what guidance we have for you, okay? What guidance do we have for Cancer for this week? Spirit guides and angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. I just heard this too shall pass. Take care of the little things. The river of God has plenty of water. It provides a bountiful harvest of grain, for you have ordered it so. Psalm chapter 65, verse 9. So with the Bible verses, Cancer, if you feel drawn to look these up, Spirit is highly recommending that you do so because there's additional messages for you here. All right, so, I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory, Cancer. Take care of the little things, right? Those details. Don't jump the gun. Be careful with what it is you need to review or whatever is going on here. Make sure also that you take care of yourself. Be in the present moment. You know, the river of God has plenty of water. It provides a bountiful harvest of grain. There's great lessons to be learned here. To be patient, to take care of ourselves, knowing that we're supposed to be taking care of ourselves first and foremost. And it's like watering your garden, watering your seeds. Focus on what is important to you. And have that faith in God that everything will grow the way it's supposed to. Everything will work out fine. Don't worry about the big stuff. Give it to God. God's going to take care of the more challenging, bigger things here. And know that everything's going to happen in divine timing, which is why God doesn't want you to rush. And with that Ten of Swords, everything you experienced was for you to learn and to grow and evolve. Learning your lessons from these experiences are very important. With the King of Swords, you become a lot wiser when you learn from all of your life's experiences, and everything that goes on is a lesson to be learned. People we encounter, relationships we are involved in, jobs that we hold. Everything has a gem, and that gem is that lesson that we learned to prepare ourselves for our life's mission. This is also about a life lesson in forgiveness. Forgiveness towards yourself and towards others. And if we think we're in full control of everything, that's a facade, because God has full control. We control how we respond to things that happen, especially how we respond to tower moments. Know that all is well and everything is going according to divine order and divine plan. God's divine plan. Make sure you take care of yourself, Cancer. All right? Not that you were a little thing, but you kind of get the point. Move boldly into a golden future. That's Ace of Pentacles right there. The golden opportunity. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 6. See? This is a golden opportunity for you to move into your actual future, where God wants you to be. Okay? This is according to God's divine will. When you ground and center yourself, he's going to show you the path you need to take. And everything that's going on right now, Cancer, is for your highest good. As crazy as it may seem, you have to trust in that. As I said, with tower moments is always God trying to get us onto that path we were meant to be on. Because when we are staying stagnant and we know that we're supposed to move towards something else and we don't, God does it for us. Every single situation, everything we experience, and I said, we learn the lesson, we find those gems, and it makes us stronger. It gives us more endurance and stamina. It builds character, again, to prepare ourselves for what God has planned for us. You're going to learn how to master tower moments, okay? That's going to be a big thing for a lot of you, and you won't be so thrown off guard when they happen. Trust me, for me in my journey, whatever tower moment may come along these days, I'm prepared. I just go with the flow and I say, okay, this is what God wants. I am going to make sure that I follow God's divine plan. Embrace adventure in your life is the bottom of the deck. Jesus said, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like these children. Matthew chapter 19, verse 14. You see that dove there, that peace? Peace and harmony will be restored to your life here, Cancer. There's no need to worry. Trusting God with this. You're going to embark on a new adventure here. It's the energy of the Fool card. A new beginning, right? A new life. Ace of Pentacles twice. A new life, right? This is ending so that something even bigger and greater, the adventure, golden future, can begin. I said, it's not the end of the world. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, there's a silver lining to this. All right. Let's see what Mercury Retrograde is bringing you. Or I should say teaching you. What is Mercury retrograde teaching Cancer? Spirit guides and angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Okay, what is Mercury retrograde bringing in Cancer? Spirit guides and angels. What is it teaching Cancer? What are they going to learn from Mercury retrograde? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. I guess they're thinking about this one. Is Mercury retrograde teaching Cancer anything? This is very interesting. Well, I guess that's why. Hold on one second. I gotta get the other card. Yep, there it is. I knew this card was gonna come out. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is what ultimately brings you peace, Cancer. It does. It's one of the hardest things for humans to do. Why? Because it's a higher state of being. It's a divine quality. But it is possible because we are of the divine. We are God within. If Jesus can forgive Judas for betraying him, and Jesus can forgive Peter for denying him 3 times, we have the ability to do the same. It's just going to take a little bit of effort. It doesn't mean we have to accept what they've done. But again, the forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. And when you're fully in a state of peace, Cancer, your world is more in a state of peace. Your heart chakra is completely clear, released of anger, resentment, bitterness. And then all of these miracles and wonderful things that God has waiting for you starts to just flow in. So yeah, Mercury retrograde. I knew this card was going to come out. Identity. Understanding who you are. Not wearing a mask. Not being afraid to stand up for what you believe in. Not being afraid to be Cancer. The true Cancer. Not the Cancer hiding behind a mask. Not pretending to be someone that they're not. Owning up to who you are and not losing your identity if you get cut from a job, if you end up in divorce. For some of you, whatever this loss is, you're going to really gain your identity. You're going to really find out who you really are. And that is a huge blessing in itself. Present moment. We talked about that, and there's the clock. Everything happens in divine timing. God knows what he's doing. Everything happens according to God's will. Just be in the present moment. Enjoy life. Have those adventures, right? Do not worry about what happened in the past, because remember, you got to move away from the past. You got to kill it off. And don't worry about what's going to happen in your future. Go into this new beginning as the Fool, where you're going to be fearless and you're going to be excited about embarking on this new adventure, and you're going to understand that God is with you all the way, and God has that light to get you through this. And you're not going to be listening to what everyone else is telling you to do. Again, with that identity, you're really going to come into your own here, Cancer. This whole new beginning is going to be a huge blessing for you. You're really going to understand how to be more in the present moment and not freak out about everything else in your world. When you learn how to do this, trust me, it changes everything. And all that stress, all that anxiety, the discombobulation, being everywhere and doing everything, having to do everything, whatever this is for you, it's not going to exist. And you're going to really, really enjoy life. Bottom of the deck is balance. Some of you have to recalibrate all 7 of your chakras because these are the 7 chakras here. All right. I talked about root, starting with the root. When your root chakra is out of balance, Cancer, all of your other ones are way off balance. That's why I was talking about listening to root chakra solfeggio frequencies. We do have the earth and ground card here. All right. Start with that. And also listen to YouTube videos or sounds that play music for all the frequencies for all 7 chakras. I used to do that too. It was very, very helpful. Listen to that in your sleep for about a month. It's really going to help you out and bring a lot more balance, not only within you, but in your world. All right, let's see what the love situation is. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. Please reveal to us for our highest good. What is going on with Cancer's love situation? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. I'm seeing the separation card. Or an axe. Or a snake. Or girl with a snake. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. I just heard not today. Okay. We got a lot of cards. Soulmates. Soul contract, partnership, agreement, soul contract. So apparently whatever's going on is part of a soul contract. Okay? Or I did talk about maybe you thought you were soulmates and you're realizing that you thought that you were going to be together forever, but apparently God has other plans for you. That's for somebody here. Girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment. See, present moment, having fun. Some of you, you're going to start learning how to be more independent and learning how to enjoy life as a single person. I had to learn how to do this, and it was the biggest blessing that I could have ever received with all of my relationships not turning out well. The mask, see? Not showing true feelings, hide, personified, pretend, delude, gaslighting. Either somebody was wearing a mask in your connection, or you were wearing a mask, or both of you were wearing a mask. And, you know, some of you were just pretending that everything was okay when it really wasn't. That's living a life of inauthenticity. When you're living a life of inauthenticity, it doesn't bring you true love. It doesn't bring you harmonious things and abundance and things into your life because you're living a lie, right? We don't want to do that. And we talked about, I said, you got to let go of the mask, right? This, whatever's going on in your life, Cancer, you're really going to understand who you are. You're not going to be wearing a mask anymore. Neither are other people or other connections that you are involved in. See, I was channeling the axe, and here it is. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern. Yeah, it says separation, silent treatment, abandonment. Some of you are being abandoned. There's a breakup. There's a separation, right? Maybe you continue to get, into these breakups with people who you think are your soulmates. When some of you need to be focusing on yourself. Maybe you haven't fully healed your heart chakra, Cancer, and you go from one relationship to the next, never being fully healed, yet you are attracting connections that are not of the divine, they're not harmonious. And what happens is God continues to have breakups in your life to get you to understand that you need to fully heal from heartbreak, and that you need to learn how to live life happily single. It's exactly what I went through. That was a huge lesson for me. Stop the pattern. Camera. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories, see? Learn from the past mistakes with regards to relationships. It's exactly what I was talking about. Stop the pattern. Stop getting into connections that you know are not fulfilling, or, you're controlling, or somebody who has emotional baggage, emotional detachments. Maybe both of you have emotional baggage that you have to clear. And when you can't clear that, Cancer, you continue to attract people who are like the King of Swords, emotionally detached individuals. It's exactly what happened with me. See, I said it. Here it is again, separation. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. See, there's sadness here because there's separation from somebody, and it's okay because there's a silver lining to this. There's a new beginning for you here. Just wait and see how your life turns out. Heartbreak gets us closer to God. Separation is needed for us to heal fully so that the true love, the Two of Cups stuff can come in, the true Two of Cups, okay? Giving and receiving unconditional love. So many of us get caught up in the soulmate energy. You know what? My son is my soulmate. He's not a romantic partner. See? And you know what? Before, I didn't know that, because I grew up understanding that soulmates were about the love of your life and the romance of a lifetime. No, you can have a parent as a soulmate. You can have your son, your child as a soulmate, just like how my son is a soulmate of mine. My ex-husband was a karmic soulmate. I had to learn from that marriage and the divorce. You see how this works? And as I said, when I walked out of that one, I ended up meeting my divine counterpart, the one that God really meant for me to have. It's about the divine love, not just soulmates. And yes, you can have that type of soulmate energy. But from my experience, Cancer, it's really about the highest form, which is the agape one, which is more of your divine, the divine love, the divine counterpart. I think I said snake too, right? Yeah, the snake. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. Maybe somebody was cheated on. The other woman, perhaps. Somebody was being a snake. Slithery, slimy snake. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason, as crappy as that is, because I've been through this many times over. It was to get me to learn something. God was really getting me to see I was attracting people who weren't faithful. I was attracting people who were emotionally detached because I was low vibrational. See how that works? Yeah. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Again, it's a tower moment. There it is. You guys got stabbed in the back. You felt like that. Came out of nowhere. It's a lot of heartbreak and pain. You have to release this, Cancer. That true love of the divine nature will not manifest for you if you still have this pain and anger and resentment and bitterness in your heart. It just won't manifest. This is what God wants you to work on, what God wants you to heal. Separation, again, is important for you to heal. And even if you're going through a divorce, you need to heal from that too. If you're a counterpart and this keeps happening, you got to stop the pattern. If somebody has emotional baggage and they're not emotionally ready to give to you, you need to walk away. You have to separate from this person and undergo your own healing through separation and understand the art of forgiveness. And again, you're going to find who you really are with this during the separation. We already went through that. Bottom of the deck is photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Either you or your person or both of you, you're reminiscing about the past. You miss each other dearly if you're already in separation. And you're really thinking about the good memories that you had. But apparently right now, God is intervening here because some of you are not learning your lessons, especially with regards to relationships and dealing with people who are not emotionally available, who have emotional baggage. And I said it could very well be that that person is a divorced person. They went through a very bad divorce and they got burned, which is why they're probably a robot right now. All right? They need to heal. You need to heal. But in all honesty, Cancer, it stems from us attracting people like this. Is exactly what happened to me. And I kept falling into the same types of relationships with the same types of guys. I had to find myself. I had to learn who I really was. I had to stand in my own power, and I had to learn how to be happily single. And it was the greatest thing I could have ever experienced. It was a huge lesson that I had to learn for myself. All right? There you have it. All right, Cancer. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, please check out the description box below for information on that, or hop on over to capellawellness.com. Check out my service suite there. Check out whatever else you would like to check out on that website. If you have any questions about anything, Cancer, please feel free to send me an email. Don't be shy. My email is in the description box as well. All right? Okay, Cancer, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today, and always I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.